What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so yesterday we had game 3 of the 2025 Western Conference Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves were in a very desperate situation. They know that historically, any team that goes down 0-3 in any series in the NBA, it's over. It's never been done before in the history of the NBA. Only, I think 3 teams have forced a game 7, only to lose that game 7. I think in baseball it's been done once, I believe it is. Maybe once or twice. I know the 2004 Red Sox did it. I think in hockey it's been done 3 or 4 times. But it is very, very, it's pretty much the death nail of any series if a team loses that game. So you knew that the Timberwolves would come out much more aggressively, with more energy, more passion. And it was up to the Timberwolves to match that energy, and they didn't do that. They didn't match the intensity. Sometimes I think it's just natural, but no one expected, at least I didn't expect, this type of route. This game was absolutely, usually it's the Thunder that are dishing out the ass whoopings. But the Timberwolves came out and absolutely put belt to ass when it comes to the Oklahoma City Thunder. After the first quarter, they already were down by 20 points, 34-14. At halftime, it was a 72-41 deficit. As a matter of fact, the league's MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, looked like anything but the MVP in this contest. I think he was out of the game by sometime around midway in the third quarter when the Thunder coach pretty much waved the white flag, saying this one was over. As a matter of fact, Shai had such a bad night. I think he was only 4 of 13 from the floor, 14 points. And as a matter of fact, in one stretch, Shai went 13 game minutes without a field goal. It was such a bad night that a bench player, Terrence Shannon Jr., outscored Shai in this contest 15-14. Shannon Jr. scored 15 points in 13 minutes coming off the bench. We started noticing from watching the games, right? The Timberwolves have changed their strategy when it comes to Shai. And that is that they have begun to basically swarm this guy. Double teams and at times even triple teams to get the ball out of his hands and to force other players to step up and make shots for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we started seeing that toward the end of game 2. And we definitely saw that employed throughout game 3. So if this is the strategy that the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to employ for the rest of this series, that means that other people are going to have to step up offensively. That means that Williams is going to have to step up. Jalen Williams got to step up. Chet Holmgren, these guys will have to step up. The others, they're going to have to step up offensively and make some, those two are going to have to score more. The other guys will have to make their perimeter shots because mostly, a lot of these guys are 3-point shooters. So it's going to be on the others. And then when they start making shots, then that's going to open things up for Shai, because if they start making shots, then they're going to have to start, closing in on these guys, and then that's going to open things up for Shai offensively. So that's how that is. They don't think anybody else in the Thunder are threats. And, I'm just going to say this. For all the people that say that Shai is playing on a super team, did they look so super last night when Shai was getting doubled? I'm just saying. They didn't look so super last night. So anyway, the third quarters have always been a point of contention in this series So far in the first two games, I think the Thunder had outscored the Wolves, 69-41 in the third quarter. That was not the case in this game. As a matter of fact, the Wolves never scored fewer than 35 points in any quarter of this contest. And this game, like I said, was over after the first quarter. Ant had 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists in just 30 minutes of play. Julius Randle had 24 points after having an off game. I believe it was in game 2, which, by the way, was pretty much his first off game this entire postseason. Julius Randle definitely has turned it around as far as his reputation of being a playoff underperformer. He's definitely playing a lot better with the Timberwolves than he did with the New York Knicks. And I dare say this, man. I might be wrong about this, man. Maybe I'm wrong about my initial assessment of Cat and the Knicks winning this trade, because even though I think both teams are still ultimately going to lose in the conference finals, Cat still, at times, in my opinion, underperforms in certain games or in certain moments within the games. I mean, for a guy as talented as he is, as talented and as great a perimeter shooter as Cat, I don't know. It's just I sometimes expect Cat to be more of a superstar than a supporting all-star level player. I don't know. But anyway, getting back to this game, as a team, the Thunder only shot 41% from the floor and only 14 of 44 from three-point range, just 32%. And as a team, the Timberwolves shot 57%, and they nailed 20 three-pointers, 20 out of 40. You're not going to really lose any games with that. And they also scored a playoff franchise record, 143 points. I think the prior record for them was back in the KG era, I think, if not mistaken. But 143 points they scored in this game was a playoff record for the franchise. So, the Timberwolves keep their season alive. But if you're the Thunder, you look at it like this. Okay, we got our ass whooped, but it's still 2-1. And if the Thunder can come out and steal game 4, then they've done their job. If they come out there and steal game 4, they've done their job. They have a 3-1 lead going back home for game 5. But, if the Timberwolves even the series out, OKC still can look at it like, well, we're still going home for game 5. We still can take control of this series. So it's a good victory. It's a good victory for the Wolves, but the series is not over. I'm noticing all these Jokic fans. It's just sad. Like, I'm telling you, man, a lot of these Jokic fans are acting just like LeBron fans. You know how, like, LeBron fans are known for being very, very spiteful, and suddenly they start rooting for the team that's opposing the team that knocked their team out or knocked their guy out. So now I'm seeing all these Jokic fans who are rooting for Ant and rooting for the Timberwolves and talking about how Shea's not the real MVP. And, I saw that bullshit with the crowd calling him a free throw merchant, which I still don't understand, because it's not like Luka, for instance. It's not like James Harden. Harden especially. It's not like LeBron James. Don't do the shit that they claim they claim Shea do. But see, that's what they do, and I'm gonna go there with it. I don't give a fuck who don't like it. That's what you do when you have certain people who don't like black greatness. And yeah, I said that shit. And yeah, I'm not even talking about white people really, because you got some buck dancers running around here who hate on people that look like them because they've suffered from extreme self-hatred. You got a lot of so-called black people hanging around, saying on social media, who have been taught to despise anybody and everything that looks like them. You know what I'm saying? Told you that we got a whole bunch of chocolate covered or chocolate or caramel dipped WSs running around here. It's the truth. I'm not just saying that, oh, this be funny. There's something wrong with these dudes, man. There's something wacky in their cabeza. You know? But anyway, that's all I got to say about it.